Yeah, sorry about that. Basically, what happens is when you are when you're working with other mods, you have to be careful of the thing they call stay in your lane. Okay. So what happened was I was trying to show you something that perfectly could not happen with this here car. I was trying to show you one or two things. Hold 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm back. Anyway, as we talked about it before, you got different mods and everything else. And the mods, the only thing the mods get a chance to do, it makes the game look it makes the game itself look a lot better. Okay, while SCS is adding their things. Certain things that SCS is not going to add, they have generic companies, unlike the real companies you see here. But like I said before, those are mods. Okay, and the mods adds a little bit more interest, while you do it, especially if you're limiting yourself. If you're limiting yourself where you're only going to do American Truck Simulator up to New Mexico and you're not going to go further west, okay, it's cool. But when you can look at this with different mods, and especially if you've been driving your truck for a while, if you look, all except for the inner parts of California, all this stuff in American Truck Simulator without the mods has been driven. And so I would have been stuck right up in here. Okay. This is Roswell, so we'd have made it to Roswell. Santa Fe, we'd have made it there, but we'd have had to stop. You go up here, Colorado, Wyoming, stop. But at least with the mod, you have a little bit further that you can go. You can go up into Fargo, you go to Minneapolis. This here's a run that we did. We did a run all the way through past Chicago. Actually, the run ended up in Chicago. Had a run in Cleveland. So, if you use the other mods along with SCS, and all credit, if you're one of the people that creates mods and you listen to me, all credit goes to you. Okay? And I got to make sure I let everybody know I don't create mods. I don't do mods, I don't do maps, I'm learning as I go. I'm learning a little bit better how to do skinning so I can add my own to somebody else's, but always make sure that they get the credit, because it's, for what I see, it's a lot of work, and you have to have a lot of temperament. And there's probably people out there that do more mod and map work than they do driving the truck. Laying it down, make sure it works, putting this here together. And for you, anybody that's new, what you're seeing is that the time that's spent, it makes it a lot more interesting, because, like I said again, and I will show it to you again. Oh, the reason why it says calculating the route, I'll show you real quick. Where I'm at in Alpine Junction, according to American Truck Simulator, this place is a true city where it's located, but American Truck Simulator doesn't really have Alpine Junction as one of the recognizable cities. Okay, so let's go here. So because Alpine Junction is actually a yard that was created outside Alpine Junction, it's still trying to calculate the route. But if I was in a city like Twin Falls or Ketchum, whatever, I would be able to calculate. It's going to calculate little by little. Once I get outside of Alpine Junction. It does good calculation. But for Alpine Junction, Montpelier that you see right there, Thermopolis, Newcastle. If you see it in small caps, it's probably a mod yard or a mod garage. Okay, so you'll see those. But we're going to go to some of those today anyway. So that's going to happen no matter what. I just want to make sure that I cover a few bases because I know off and on during the time of this immersion, we're going to do a few things and we're going to have a bunch of questions. Oh, we talked about the recruiting agency. Okay, and then you have everything up here about Truck Simulator. You know, progression history. For me, you can know I'm where I need to be at, I guess you can say. I still have an issue with parking trucks, but that's always going to be me, and I think it's because I over anticipate what I'm getting ready, what I'm trying to do, and that there just comes with the territory. Skill levels. Right now I'm where I need to be, long distance, high cargo. So that means that every time in American Truck Simulator that you do a delivery, anytime in delivery, you get these little skill levels. And once you reach the most skill levels that you can do, but as you can see, it allows you deliveries up to 400 miles, or you can do 650, or 1,000, or you can do 2,500. So when you start American Truck Simulator, you'll probably only be able to go 400 miles. You know, but after you've done a couple of deliveries, then it says, okay, you can do this. Or what it does, it allows you a choice of what skills you want to pick. Okay? Fragile goods unlocked, 5%, 20%, 30% higher reward on fragile deliveries. And I'll show you that stuff there also. But that's the different skills you can get. Truck dealers. These are the truck dealers. Hey. I did not know. And you know how when you're thinking of Ford, Lincolns, Lexus, I don't care, whatever cars you're thinking of, trucks are limited to what dealerships they have. Volvo, Peterbilt, Freightliner, Western, Mack, International, and Kenworth are the big name truck companies. Unlike all the different car names we have. But when you're riding on the highway, check this out. You'll think about this now, and you'll see it later on. You will notice that there are a lot of Volvo trucks and Freightliners. You'll see Max and Kenworths, and maybe the Max and Kenworths are like the most exotic. But usually you'll see a lot of Volvos and Freightliners. I didn't realize that until I started doing American Truck Simulator. I did not. I didn't pay attention to it. But then again, when I think about it, I don't ever remember seeing wherever I'm driving at these here truck dealerships like this all over the place, like cars. Now when I'm in my car and I'm driving around and going state to state, doing whatever I'm doing, and riding with the family, whatever, now I'm looking. Now when the truck pulls up, when I see a truck in my rearview mirror, I'm trying to figure out what type of truck it is before it gets to me. Now I may not know all the model numbers, and I'm not looking at all the model numbers. But you always learn your trucks by the front of your trucks. You know that the KW truck is Kenwood. You know that the Volvo's gonna have something with a little slash in the front of it. Peterbilt's gonna have the big red dot. Freightliners like to have their logos on the side of their trucks. Stuff like that. But here goes your garages. Okay. Then you have mods. Now I'm not touching these today because we just went blank and I don't want to go blank again. But yeah, so here you go. Other things that you can add. I could drive a bus. I could have a scenario where if I want to, all weekend, I could be a Greyhound bus driver. And all I'm doing all weekend is picking up passengers. Or I can have a scenario where I could drive that Skoda today. I drive a Skoda. Or I could be a tour bus driver and I'm just taking people on tours, long tours. Or I'm driving the bus and I'm taking them from California to New York, cruise bus. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Opel. Mercedes. I'm not going to touch too many of these because sometimes because of different mods they want to act crazy. So yeah, you got your trucks, trailers. You got trailers you can purchase. Blu Dawg Logistics has an affiliate. We have Dairy Farmers of America. We are drivers for. We have the contract with Dairy Farmers of America. One of the contracts with Dairy Farmers of America. So we do a lot of livestock movement. One of the best trailer companies that we got out there that has one of the best looking trailers right now. And if there's other guys out there listening, and you have a good trailer, hey, you are more than welcome. More than welcome. I'll say it again. You are more than welcome to share everything that you got with me, because I share it with everybody. Like, I'm not here for the commercial, like I keep saying. I'm not here for the financial game. I'm here for the game itself, you know, to the immersion. But Wilson is one of, I like Wilson. Wilson for livestock has the best looking trailer. And I wish I could take the time and show you, but when I put that Wilson trailer with my truck color, I'm talking about, you would have thought that we were thinking just the same. So whoever did the Wilson trailer, thank you very much for the Wilson trailer. But we also have other trailers. And we have this trailer, the Caravan. The Caravan is towed by which one tows the Caravan? The Caravan is towed by, is it by Porsche? One of the cars towed the Caravan. I can't remember which one it is right now. But we have the regular trailers. If I wanted to do, say if I wanted to do just car transports. If I do car transport, once I load that car transport into my to the game, all cargo turns into car transports. So your mods also brings a little bit more gaming and a little bit more cargo with you. Okay? And having more cargo is important. But trailers are important too. And we have a lot of trailers. If you get a dumper, then you're going to get dumper cargo. You'll get sand, dirt, whatever. You know, if you get the tanks. You got the food tank that carries milk, juice, and everything else. Bulk feed is what's going to be feeding livestock. So you just want to, and like I said, anytime, and maybe that's one of the other things I'll do on the stream today. When I'm doing the stream today, I will add different things to it once I get to the truck. You need the reefer. The reefer's right there. You want to roll a triple, you can roll a triple. You can also, once you start purchasing certain things, you go into your fleet. And your fleet was already going to tell you what you have in your fleet. Got my low boys. Got my tankers, got the stuff. Oh, logger. If you get a logger trailer, all of your cargo will have something to do with wood. So what happens is, like I was saying before, when you watch a lot of American Truck Simulator and you're trying to look at the loads that most people get, that's how they get their loads. So that adds a lot more fun to that too. Here we go. There goes the DHLs, the trailers for the DHL contract. When I do that, that's our security trailer. Where we're carrying secure. A couple other designs I got. This is our Blu Dawg or Blue trailer. We get ready. Excuse me. We're gonna be changing that coming up. This right here is the same thing I was telling you about the trucks. They're gonna change. That red line is gonna be gray. Our colors are now blue and gray. They were blue and red for a little bit, but it just didn't work out. So we're going with blue and gray. That's what for the Walmart contract. We have to do Walmart. This is our double when we do our long distance security, and when we do long distance security when in immersion, you know, it's just when you want to take it out and do whatever. And you're probably saying to yourself, where is these names coming from? It depends on how you're immersed. You know, when you pick up cargo, you're going to immerse, if you're going to be a streamer or immersive person, you're going to try to immerse yourself in a way that people can follow. That's what I'm doing now. This is what I'm learning. And I'm not no expert. And what I'm telling you, if what I'm telling you is making a little sense to you, or if you're still following me from since I first started this conversation, this is what I'm learning how to do. I'm learning how to work with my audience and to keep my audience in tune to, excuse me, what I have to offer, okay? Because I want followers, you know, I want viewers, you know, I want people to, you know, just come back. I want a dog pound. I want my dog pound to be large, you know, but I want to be able to be versatile with my pound. So, because you're not going to see me GTA. I'm not going to GTA. I can let you know that right now. I am not going to GTA. So if you're waiting for GTA, that is not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. I'm going to let you know now. I am not a GTA. I give all the players of GTA a lot of respect, but I'm not a GTA type of person. I am not a Call of Duty type of person. I could do this, you know, I could do this, but I'm not. I am what you see. Simulator, and I'm working on Flight Simulator, and I'm also working on Star Citizen. And my son is trying to get me to partner up with him with Elite Dangerous. But this is where I'm at right now. Okay. I got my Porsche, got my other vehicles, you know, so we'll see what happens. I'm trying to think of why we didn't drive the Opel, but I want to see about switching out. Let me see. There's a reason why I'm not driving the Opel, but I think I might get away with driving the Opel today. What is the reason why I'm not driving Opel? It's relocated to Alpine. Oh, we can't relocate it. I'm going to have to drive it. There's a reason why I'm not driving it, but we will just drive it. We'll find out. So if you're still hanging in there with me, hey, give me a like, just give me a hello. Give me a wave. That's all it takes. Okay, so we know we're here. But I want to get to Alpine. And that is quick travel. And like I said, it costs you a little bit of money to travel, but it's okay. But like I said, Alpine Yard is one of our yards. So this is what I was saying about the rain. Why does it make any difference? Check this out. We're inside of a garage, and I don't think that they know it yet. So with this mod, when it rains, you're still in the garage because the mod is outside of SCS. So certain things that is covered, certain out. Or when they created this mod, they didn't realize this. So, it's cool. So let's see.
Okay, here we go.
the Opel.
Recomputing. Please make a U-turn when possible.
Okay, so we're in the yard. Oh, yes indeed. I remember why now. Okay. Let's take this back to the garage. I remember now why we don't drive the Opel. We don't drive the Opel because the Opel, according to the way that they did the mod for the Opel, they have to redo the mod because the Opel, when you drive an automatic, it still is trying to drive like it's a stick and it stays in low gears. That's right. That's the reason why we don't drive the Opel. That's the reason why. As soon as it cranked up, I remembered. Because it was an added mod, and I think what they did was the mod came out after one of the updates. So it's not matching the codes for the way different vehicles act. Because even though it's a vehicle, it still has certain truck identity. I can't pronounce it myself because I know what I'm trying to say. I just don't know how to put it. So we go back to the Porsche. And the reason why I picked the convertible Porsche is because the reason why I picked the convertible, because when you pick cars to drive in your immersion, you're usually happy with the first thing you find, because you'll go through a lot of cars. And one of the things that happens when you go through a lot of cars is that, because you're going through a lot of cars because you're trying to find the one that's going to work. Because some cars are not what they update. Just like right now, SCS has just dropped update 1.45. And just a couple of weeks, or maybe a month or two couple of months ago, they had just dropped 1.44. So I'm still in 1.44 because I already know if I go to 1.45, most of my mods will not work in the 1.5 update. I have to wait for the guys out there in the field that created the updates, that created the mods, to update their mods. And I'll show you. I can't
Reroute.
I can show you part of it, but I can't show you what it looks like because it'll cut us off.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
We get back, it's not raining. Now, as I was saying before, this is
Finding a new route.
This here belongs to Frankenstyle. This is a Frankenstyle yard versus a garage.
Make a U-turn.
There's another group out there called ATS Realtor. They do it. There's another mod company that does yards. There's a lot of them. You know, and when you go to if you're in
Never
Facebook,
mind. I'll find a new route.
wow.
Recomputing.
So this is how I wind up setting up our morning. Got to the garage. Got out here. Parked the Porsche. Got outside and began hour day with me talking to you guys about whatever we got going on. Basically setting up the mode. So, going back, I told you about the trailers. You got truck upgrades, trailer upgrades, you got vehicle adjustments, some things that you can do from right here to adjust. You got diagnostic. So that way if you have any damages, you can pay for your damages. They have co-insurance, so your co-insurance is going to cover 65%. Then you have all the stuff at the bottom. We get email. Let's see who quit today. Who said they need a truck? If you haven't noticed, he's in Denver, so we're gonna be going that way today anyway. So let's see who else we got. Anybody else we need to go see? They're talking about special transport. So what happened was they added more cargo deliveries for us. Who left? Oh yeah, Pepe had to do it. I don't know what the good opportunities gave him a truck. He didn't want to do what I want him to do. Ella, we just got Ella a new truck, so she should be good to go. Yeah, we're going to expand. And it tells us all these here garages are available for purchase. So everything that's got a little orange on it, whatever, we can purchase. But what you're going to realize is that in American Truck Simulator, if you're using a mod, that's the reason why you don't see me doing a lot of purchases past Texas. You may see onesies and twosies because I understand what's at those onesies and twosies. And the onesies and twosies that you see a little bit further out, I know that these have airports. Or this right here, if I want to go to Washington, and I'll show you. When you go to Washington, you're not really in Washington, D.C. You might see a little picture off the distance of the Lincoln Memorial or the Washington Monument. But you know, they're not going to do this. Nobody's going to give you the real roadways into the United States Capitol where terrorists can buy American Truck Simulator and it does their homework for them where everything's located. You know, that's why you don't see no military bases and nothing else. So it's just enough for you to have road fun, okay, to drive around on the highways and byways. You won't even see the exit signs like we have in the United States. You notice in the United States we broadcast where our military bases are? Think about it. So what happens is that we have all this stuff, all these different roads and everything, all these different states you can go to. The problem is that every time there's an update, until Coast to Coast, which is the best mod out there that goes from one end of the coast to the other, go the name Coast to Coast. If Coast to Coast is not updated, every garage that you purchased past Arizona, before Texas, you lose all of them. And I learned that the hard way. So you get all these garages, and then you have to have a list. Because when you add the new Coast to Coast tool, you have a lot of garages that have no cars and have no drivers. All of that stuff disappears. So then you have to start all over. So what I figured out was I go gradual, and maybe I'll go one garage per state, and maybe it'll probably be like in Kentucky, Louisville. You know, or I'll go to Nashville. And if you're trekking with me, Birmingham, or my favorite one is Huntsville, Alabama. And Huntsville, Alabama, I like Huntsville because Huntsville has an airport. So if I want to emerge where I want to have my cargo put aboard a plane and use whatever skills I got to use my imagination that is being taken somewhere, that's cool. But also on the aircraft, you can back your trailers on. So if you want, like I just showed you with the car, I took the car out the garage. I got it out the garage and then took it down to the lake, and then I started my stream. So it looks like I just woke up and I came out of the building. Well, you can do the same thing with your plane. take your vehicle, back your trailer up in, and you can start your stream as if you're just coming back into the United States. Or you just flew in from California somewhere with your truck and all, whatever. So there's a lot of things that you can do. You know, that's the reason why having so many different mods and everything else is a lot of fun. But like I said, you got the one thing I can tell you is to be careful. You know, I'll go to Canada. Let me see, have we been to Canada yet? Let's look at our world map. We've been to a little bit. Yeah, we haven't been to a lot, not this trip yet. We got some plans for that. But it's the same thing. If your coast to coast changes, if your mod changes, once SCS does an update, it knocks out 1, 2, matter of fact, let's take a trip. Like I said, this is more or less knowledge today. If you want me to drive, just tell me to drive. But okay, cool. I didn't know that. Thanks. Wow. If I missed you, I'm sorry. What time is it? If I missed you. Okay, so it does have upgraded vehicles. Of course. I didn't know that. I think the thing that I was scared of the most, you know how, are you still there? I probably lost him when I lost my other thing. Man, I always wind up something happening when I get a good one. But yeah, they have the other ones. The biggest thing about it is that you worry about which car you get, because every time there's an update, that update changes. So once you find a good running car or whatever it is, you're just kind of happy with it. Man, I wish he was still there. And what's that? Twitch Viper 1981. Oh man, let me see if I can tell him thanks a lot for that. Yeah, figure out how to do this. Let's see, find my Twitch. Y'all bear with me if you're there. I just want to tell Twitch thanks a lot, because this is stuff that's good to know. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. I just had to real quick, the one thing I am this type of person is that when somebody gives me anytime, like I said, I'm not here for cash flow. So Viper gave me some good information because I didn't even realize that they had the updated convertibles, because you get so used to doing one thing and one thing only that sometimes you're scared to diversify. You're scared to diversify because you don't want to wind up, messing up something you have. Like right now, I'm stuck at 144, and I want to show you what I was talking about real quick. Let me go ahead. When you have your American Truck Simulator and you're going through all this right here, your edits and everything else and your mods, you have these mods. And some of the mods have the blue block. The blue block is for SCS. And anything that doesn't have a blue block is mods that are outside of SCS. And what happens is it's got a lot of people that create a lot of stuff. Like I was telling you, here goes the plane. So you have the plane. Okay, cool. And you have all types of mods that you had. Before I was showing you the bus. This is the Volvo. Because the Volvo truck, I think in the update, the new update, the Volvo horn works. But in the other updates, the horn on the Volvo truck doesn't work. But when you start adding mods, like right here, the North American map, Pegasus, I haven't figured out that company yet. I'm learning more about them. Food tank, you got the food tank. Oh, they want you to do it at the workshop. Go to Steam Workshop. See, like I was saying, when you go there, if you add that mod, it also comes with its own cargo. That's what makes that part so much fun. And like I said, I'll show you more about cargo later on. But one thing I want to show you is right here, I give you the best example. These yards have been updated. These yards belong to Frankenstyle. Frankenstyle creates the yards. When I add my stuff, like when you add your signs and your logos, whatever, I then in turn, on the outside, let's see, pick one. I always make sure that whoever the author is get their stuff. I don't add my name, I don't do anything, but I do break it down to what this one is. Okay. For me. So I don't want to take nobody's credit. Okay? I don't want nobody ever call me and say I'm taking theirs. No, I don't. I may add my logo. Oh, so like I was saying before, these resources and reformers and Canadian Dream and Mid-Coast, all this stuff makes your moving toward the East Coast map, like I was showing you before, bigger. It gives you what we call the bigger footprint. Okay? Other cargoes. But what happens is when they went to 1.45 knocked out my Canadian Dream, my Coast to Coast. Now they probably already got these coming up. There's somebody out, Madrid, or I hope I'm saying Madrid, saying it correct. Madrid has always been good about having updates. So if it's a group or a crew or one individual, always he'll catch up with this, or he or she'll catch up with this. Then hopefully Reformer will have this, because when this one goes, all of these right here in this circle go. So then you have a hard time doing Coast to Coast and Canada Dream, or how you want to call it, Canada Dream. You have a hard time doing those. It doesn't knock out too much of your trail, your your paint jobs or your trucks or whatever. But here, all of this right here stays, but it's missing the connection. Because in order for you to get to these places, some of them are off of Florida. Some of them are off of Texas. Little ferry boats or whatever. So you have to have the other days up to Hawaii. So for right now, what I can do in mine, and like anybody else that does this, what happens is that you can have, like I said, playing, or you can take the time. Like I said, it's all part of the gaming event. If you're doing it just so that you can have 4 hours of a stream, okay, cool. 5 hours of a stream, cool. If you're doing it for the short stream, some of these things are too long. It's a game in itself. You're going from California to Hawaii with a load. The load is going to be loaded on a plane. Or some of your American truck, a lot of your American truck simulator starts early in the morning, and then it ends. Then you wind up doing a lot more night driving than you do day driving, unless you know how to work the console. If you work the console, then you know how to work the console, and I'll show you that too, where you can make it day, and when it's night, you can all of a sudden make it day. And some streamers, some of us that keep it interested in not being stuck driving all night, hurry up and make it today. And you'll see somewhere they'll have a late load, but at least the load got there. But their stream was for our attention, you know, is to try to keep it there. Because why would you want to strain your eyes looking in the dark? Well, if I can put together a stream for 4 hours where I've given you 4 hours of daylight, you're good to go. So that's what it is. So usually what I try to do is I try to start my streams at about 3 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock. Come in, check my truck, do a walk around, get me a load, and then I start. And you have to watch your stream. You have to watch your loads. If you get too many long loads, you're going to run into the night. If you wanted to get some short loads, stay in the same state. Do all the loads you can around that state, then you're okay. Because what happens is if you accidentally lose focus, you mess around from Washington State, you be trying to wonder how you got to New Mexico. And for me, I like to try to end my streams sometimes where I started because I got a car. So I drive my Porsche to the yard, or I drive my Porsche to the new location. I pick up my new truck, or pick up my truck, drive my truck. I leave myself some time for about 10, 15 minutes, hopefully in the stream, to be able to drive my truck back, to get in my car, to drive my car, to go home. Because that's kind of the kind of stream that I want. I want to be able to have a stream where I wake up in the morning and I'm on my way to work. Some streams start where you're at the job and you are ready to go. And mind you, everything I'm saying, there is nothing wrong with any of that. Nothing. Everybody does their things differently. I just have been lucky enough before I got started and trying to learn to do this. I've watched a lot of guys. I've watched a lot of guys stream right here on Twitch, right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube. I've watched on all three platforms differently, and I watched them all on purpose. I watched where I was saying to myself, well, what is the insides and outs of American Truck Simulator? I found out that I can go to YouTube and there's more talk about some of that stuff on YouTube. I found that on Twitch. Twitch gives me a venue of American Truck Simulator viewpoints from all over the world and in different languages. So if I spoke Spanish, I would probably have a bigger following than in the Americas. I spoke English because in the Spanish-speaking countries, you know, there's if you haven't noticed it, just go ahead and do Spanish. You'll see. Matter of fact, just say foreign language. But when you're stuck with one language, you have to realize that in that one language, look at how many other people are doing the American Truck Simulator. I'm lucky today is Friday, and there's not a lot to start out because I started out kind of early in the morning. But in a little bit, everybody's gonna start showing up. So, 1 view, 2 view, 3 view. There'll be some that have 23 views winning. Now on Facebook, you start looking at guys like you got guys on Facebook. They come on. You got a guy that comes on Facebook. He comes on probably about 7 o'clock in the morning. He comes on 7 o'clock in the morning. He's got about 189 viewers when he starts. It's like they're waiting. He is the wake up guy, the wake up show. And he puts on, that's Rock USA. He puts together a nice little platform. Then you have Aquadad. He's got a nice one that he puts on. Then there's another guy named Unique that puts one on. You know, but then there's the other crew that I hang out with. Bobby B, T Double D, The Authority. So there's those guys out there. So it gets to be a whole lot out there. So the question becomes, you know, some guys do it for the grind, some guys do it for the time. I'm the time. I can take my time. I want to build a lot of friends. I want to get to know you better. I want to get to know you. I want to get to hang out. I don't need to. I'm not in here. I'm not in the Star Search and all that. All I want to do is build a Blu Dawg community. I want to build a community with other gamers, with other drivers. Build us a fun ass company and driving and convoy and and doing whatever, having simulated barbecues. You sitting at your screen, I'm in front of my screen. We done already ordered barbecue. We done met up in Colorado. Our trucks are parked in Colorado. Either you bring the sounds, I bring the sounds. We sit back for a few and do whatever. Because what this here becomes, when you do it correctly, becomes the new digital ham radio. We're not in mom and dad. We're not in grandpa's garage no more. This is digital right here. So if you take it to the next level and we do it, I think that's what has to happen. That's why, every time I do this, I keep thinking about it. Why not? Why not just go ahead and turn it into just that? New digital ham radio with all the stations. Hey, when you go to Twitch, you're looking at different viewers. Who's doing what? So that's what the plan is here. Oh, so let's go ahead and click on a little bit more. Let's see. Project Mid-Atlantic, all this stuff. You can mess around and lose most of these with an update from CS. And it's not that CSC does it intentional. It's that as they're formulating and they're doing their updates, they're adding more to their maps. And their roads may have turned a little to left or a little right or whatever. And coast to coast has to meet theirs. But it's not a big thing. They'll get it. They always get it done. There goes my FedEx contract I'm working on, my UPS. Here goes my upcoming skins for later on. But like I said, either you can do this, or you can just get American Truck with some later, drive it with the bare bones. Because you don't have to pay for these. All this stuff that I'm showing you is free. The only thing I had to pay for on this whole thing the yards. I had to pay for the yards because somebody else created those and they asked for a monetary fee. Cool. I didn't mind it. When I got the yards, instead of them being $12, they were $6 a piece. I think it was a Black Friday thing or whatever, or it was on whatever. Cool. Do they have their issues? Yeah, I'll show you one issue when we leave. So let's see, I showed you all of that. I showed you that. Okay, so let's go back. We haven't changed anything. And you see right here, like I said, I'm using 1.44. I'm not ready for 5. I'll get 5 a couple of months. When I give 5, I'll be able to go to my browser. I'll be able to type in coast to coast or American Truck Simulator coast to coast. And when that comes up, it'll show me if it's 1.45, then I'll be close. Then I'll go to Pro Mods and see if the Pro Mods got their updates. If they got theirs, then I can go. You have some streamers that are still at 1.43. And I was at 1.45, 1.43 up until a couple of weeks ago. But a lot of the streamers will stay at the lowest ones because they already have all their patches, all their mods, everything that they need for that update, 1.43. When I first started American Truck Simulator, I was at 1.37. No, I was at 1.38. And that's when I learned about mod updates. Because the mod, I let the computer update the mod update, SCS, and when I went back to load on, none of my stuff worked. I couldn't even get my screen to come up to find out that that's what it was. So, this is our plan today. Let's go out here. Let's get inside the Porsche. I'll find a convertible one later. I will find a convertible one later on. But what I think I'm going to do here, I'm just going to drive this one for right now. California Dreaming. So, I'm trying to get a couple of things figured out. It's okay. It never works when I want it to work, so don't. Just bear with me while I figure it out. Never works when I want it to work. I could cry right now, but it's okay. I don't think y'all want to hear me cry. I don't think you want to hear me cry. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Come on. Nope, that's not the one. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're here. All right, cool. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what we're going to do today. What we're going to do is we're going to go up to Thermopolis. Once we finish with Thermopolis, we're going to go to Newcastle. Where's Newcastle at? Yeah, we're going to go to Newcastle. What did we just do? Did we just lose Thermopolis? What are we doing? We're not doing all of them. I don't know why they keep doing that. We'll do Thermopolis first. Once we get away from the place, we will go back, so we'll be all right. And it's not 200 miles, so we'll be all right. It'll calculate in a little bit. Maybe next time we'll bring out the RV. Oh, and the other thing, when you're driving your car, always make sure that you stay on the side because the car is lower than your truck. And the little groove that the trucks make where it's tires on both sides, that little hump in the middle, your car will get stuck. And just because it's stuck, you have to still get a tow truck.
Let's go.
Be careful and watch out for some of these grates because the grates are going to the car sometimes. You felt that? It's too low. And the one thing that I like about the yard, just so I can show you the yard, I think I can show it to you. The one thing that I like about this yard, look at the flags. Those are our flags. Those are the company. Those are the company flags. So when you buy the yard gives you some yards to where you can have a little bit of your own ownership.
Turn right.
And that's the other part. You get a chance to have your own ownership to some of this stuff. You know, and I could, with this here yard that I paid for, I got my information inside there, I'm saying there, point with my finger, sorry. But I got room in there where I could put information in there. Let me show it to you. Here we go. Like I said, there's no rush where we're going today.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Let me see. Which one's going to open up for me today?
Make a U-turn. Reroute.
There we go. So if you look on the walls, okay, if you look on the walls, you'll see the numbers 4, 6, 2. I think there's some numbers on the side too. Really can't see them. Anyway, you can go inside the mod, and if you have pictures like company logo, you have, like when you go in any garage, they got safety models, whatever. Anything that you want to do in the mod, you can add it to that number of that. So it allows you to take ownership of your simulator. So it allows you to do more. Stuff. Okay, like I said, not only just driving, but to have fun with it. Because if you're not buying it to be a streamer, but you're just buying it to have fun, well, even if you're buying it to be a streamer, you can you just keep taking it different directions, like I'm trying to do today. I've been driving all week, so the day is Friday. I'm gonna drive tomorrow. I can drive if I want to tomorrow. I can drive 8 hours. Do a whole lot of driving tomorrow. But today, just something different. We got our guy over there. He's standing there, looking at us, waiting. Said, you take a look around. There's another sign over there, number 8. Somewhere along the line, somewhere else in here, there's some more signs. For you new people that's out here with me today, or I'm sorry, not new people. I gotta stop saying new people. For new members to the dog pound, you're also gonna see Star Wars out here. You're gonna see a couple of vehicles from Star Wars. Let me see. Wow. Let me say that away from here so you get better. You're gonna see Star Wars. You're gonna get the chance to see Back to the Future. Now, if you're new school, not old school,
Go straight on.
I have no clue what I'm talking about, you need to look it up. Because there's 2 Star Wars vehicles, and there's 1 Back to the Future vehicle out here. So, yeah. What I might want you to do, if you're out here, if you listen to me off and on, help me remind me to look at my gas tank. Let's see if they did it yet. Okay, here we go. Remember before we was inside, I told you we couldn't get a calculation? Now we get a calculation. So it tells me right now that I got 306 miles. But what I do know is that my gas tank gives me, my gas tank is going to give me 100 and gives me 242. So if I want to be on the safe side, right about here is where I'm going to want to get my fill up. So let me see so I can get it right. Yeah, so right here is where we want to do our fill up. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make sure to get that in, because if you look at my gas tells you I got a full tank. If you look at the top of the screen, well, most of you don't have it at the top of the screen. Oh. Look at it at the top of my screen with my overlay. My overlay tells me how much gas I got and how many miles I got left on that full tank. Well, what it used to be is, it happens quickly too, I had a habit of running out of gas on the road because I'm thinking like I'm in my truck. And you know, in the truck you got 300 gallons. So you get to do, depending on which type of truck you're doing, you're either going to get 19, 2,000 miles, 13. You're going to get you some good miles in your truck. So in my mindset, I'm thinking about my truck, not remembering I'm in my car. So I hope that like I said before, if you got a like, switch, whatever. We're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. I should slow down.
Exit now.
Oh, the second question. Is there police? Yeah. There are police and sleepers where, you know, if you drive the same thing with the truck, it lets you know when it's time for you to go to sleep. And you can turn those on. Me, I just don't have the police yet. I'll probably start doing more of the police when I'm pushing more cargo later on. That's where I'm at with that. You know, you're just driving along, so it's cool. It's something different. Like I said, I drove the truck. I've been doing my truck all week, and now I got a company that made a little bit of money. I got to try to hire me some employees, and it's already 12:45 p.m. I'll show you what I'm talking about too. Well, in fact, when we go to the gas stop, I'll show you how that's done. But what I'm going to show you, you can do it when you don't have cargo. if you have cargo and you try to change the day, your cargo will always be late. If you're thinking about streaming and you don't want to have the steering wheel, because in your stream you're gonna need you're gonna already have to be driving with your steering wheel. I've learned that also, that you can take out the steering wheel. So in your stream, the ATS steering wheel does not show. And right now I'm working with 3 screens. If you ask me for a description, I go to the store, I see 3 screens that look alike. My counterpart, the guy that helps me set up with this, my pain in the ass guy, he figures the stuff out that I want, he puts it together for me. I'm not the tech. I don't know what I'm doing when I retire, but I am not the tech. Let's see, can we put something on? That's gonna take too long. Let's see. We can go right about here. Can't wait. Try to keep it low, try to keep it low, try to keep it low. Like I said, you're looking at the gas like I'm looking at it, yeah. Star Wars.
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on. Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Yeah, so you take it, use your gas mileage, because if you I'm sorry if I'm stopping too, but if you plan it right, you play it right. You can figure out your mileage, you find out how much your gas costs, how much your gas costs you. So if you take it like this, have a company that does something like this, or you think about it, it gives you a concept and an idea. It's not going to give you the business plan, mind you, but it lets you know some of the things you got to think about. That's why I got to tell you, that's why I thought about gas so much, because in the game it is so much fun that you get immersed in it so much that you truly, you got a little bit of royalty-free music playing in the background. You got the engine soothing, doing what you got to do, and you're driving along this, and all of a sudden you look up, you're out of gas. Then you learn that there's certain things you can do in the game itself that makes the game your best friend. That's where I got immersion from. But what immersion does, it changes. Now you see something like those little blocks all over the place for gas, for maintenance, whatever. So it kind of, what they're trying to do is they try to add a little bit of reality to it. But there's also another one that gives you little pieces of trash.
Time to get the job done.
So we got the Demopolis. Demopolis is another
Keep right,
240.
and then turn right. Turn right. Finding a new route.
But that's one of the reasons why you stop for gas. Demopolis is 240. Wow. Stop and get gas before we get to the for real. For real. There's no way.
Time to hit the road. Let's do this.
And it's like I was saying. So we got 188 miles that we can make it. But you calculate now, you just spend gas. Now I can run out of gas. in the game, if like now, it doesn't make a difference now because I'm just trying to show you. But remember what I was telling you before that when I start work early in the morning with on purpose. And so usually I start about 3, but I can also set it to where I start at 6 o'clock in the morning. So once you're looking at the screen down at the bottom, it says 6:54 p.m. Okay? Matter of fact, it says 3:31 p.m. Alright? It's projected that we're going to do what we got to do by 6:54. But when I do this, this is now 6 o'clock in the morning. So now what happens is now it's like starting a new day. And that's why I was saying in American Truck Simulator, when you're doing American Truck Simulator, before you pick up your cargo, and you want to be able to have a good, let's just say that you're tired of driving at night and you like to have a bunch of loads in the morning. So whenever you start your game, start it in the morning. So I start here at 6 o'clock in the morning. I can make it 3 o'clock. But if I wanted to, I now got it back to 6 p.m. in the evening. So let's get ready to get dark. So you can do it either or midnight. So you can control your timelines, and they're easy to control. A lot of times you have to hit this key and type this in and everything else. But nope, you can create, it's not called a mod, it's called it's with computers. Well, anyway, I have a Stream Deck and I have a tablet, a touch portal. So all I do is put that stuff in, typed it in, and if you follow American Truck Simulator, when you get to console on YouTube or in your search engine, American Truck Simulator console, it'll tell you how to do it. You can change the timeline, you can travel, you can do a whole lot of stuff. I don't use it for the traveling much. I don't want to do the traveling, but I like to have fun with it with the timeline. Like I was telling you before, real quick, since I got you out here in the dark. I use another mod for my evenings, just so that when I'm driving along at night on my truck, my nighttime is not too long. Now we know that the planet doesn't exist like this. This is everything we see. It's okay, but for me, it just gives me at least something else to do while I'm driving. So if I am driving, I want y'all guys and girls to be entertained in my driving. That's the main reason for that there. Wow, they're coming kind of close. So we're gonna take it back to, just go ahead and take it to about 6. Okay. I can't take it back to 3, but I will at least take it back to 6. Oh my. Because I want y'all to see what it looks like. See it. Yeah, we can do that. Out there, we'll be able to start taking care of some stuff. Now, if I wanted to, I don't even have to drive all the way out there to do what I'm doing. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. We got the train, left, right. got a driver that made us about $17,000. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you see that I have about $245 million. But I also got 160 drivers. And they're pulling in and they're leveling up.
Straight on.
Wyoming.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
The reason why I like driving the Porsche, this one right here, is because, oh, I'm sorry, back to the future. Pass on your left. But I think the reason why I like driving the Porsche when I'm driving the truck, I haven't had really a lot of issues with the Porsche. At least with this Porsche. It's been there. It's been there for me. Mod updates and everything else that's going on. You just have to just keep on pushing forward.
Keep right and then exit right. Exit right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Confused. You probably noticed that we're going backwards when we got gas before here. We got gas up at this point, at the junction, right? Where's the junction at? We got gas at this junction right here to move up a little bit further and then to get gas. And then we said that before we could try to get to Thermopolis, we was going to try to go and get gas here. Yeah, makes sense. So what it did was because of where we wound up on the turn, we came this way, went around. And I should have made that left or right turn out when we left the gas station.
Drive safe.
It's okay.
Turn left.
Run out of gas.
Keep left and then turn left.
Then I made the wrong turn.
Turn left.
My wife, I always tease my wife about going to Naples. And here it is. I got the road advisor in front of me, and I'm not looking at the road advisor. So, she's listening. She'll probably stick with this way.
Keep right and then exit right.
Alright, so everything now should make sense.
Exit right.
Unless it's taking me through the circle.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right.
Keep it straight on. Everything worked out right.
Go straight on.
So. Sorry about that.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
back then, 568, 5 something. I was pushing 2 pizzas at a time on the numbers. And there was one time it was 30 minutes of free. No. And if you did good and you had no free pizzas on your run, you got a little bonus. I had a 280 CX. Dusting them off.
Straight up.
Back then, tips and stuff like that. People were glad to give you tips. Keep that $4, $5 on a Saturday night. Talk about San Antonio, so that military guys and stuff like that. So they gave me $5 and $10 tips. I had one guy wanted me to sing happy birthday. I got $20 just to sing happy birthday. Back in the day, that was the fun days. That's before all this stuff.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Politics. Just gotta look for it.
We are finished.
I'm thinking at this moment because these are still considered carpets.
Time to hit the road.
Yeah, so
Okay, let's find a new route. Never mind. I'll find a new route.
That's right. There's no politics here. Just what I'm saying is the world has changed a lot. You know. Now you got DoorDash and Grubhub. You know, Domino's still has drivers. They still deliver. But you got so many other people delivering to you now that, and if that completes the dreams and stuff like that.
Go straight up.
Think about it. Yesterday, we had what did we have yesterday? Jersey Mike's, Subway, sandwiches, chips. Because I love Jersey Mike's BLT. They got one hell of a BLT sandwich. Good.
Go straight up. and then turn left. Turn left. Go straight up.
Whoa. How does he run that? I need to go back. Maybe it wasn't my fault.
Recomputing. Go straight up.
No, he ran the stop sign. Yeah, he ran the stop sign. Okay. I just had to go back and make sure it wasn't me. You know, the unique thing about American trucking, that would be really cool. And that's just something that I guess you have to figure out. What would be cool is if we can make them up on the camera. You see how, let me show you. See how you got those passes like that? It'd be nice, even if they just led back to the main road. It would be so cool to have that you can ride sometimes. We can go up to the cameras or the viewpoints. And some viewpoints have cameras. Some viewpoints you just have to. Remember I told you, you always have to look for those little spots like that. Or you can have ones where you have the ones that look like this. They would have all this stuff. They would have the list of cameras. Right here. Visited, unvisited. So I've been there before, but you haven't. So the unique thing about this is that you get a chance to view. It's like tourist anything, but you want to make sure that you stop at those. And sometimes in American trucks, they have these things called achievements, and the achievements in American trucks, if you don't do, you have to find all the achievements because you get something like this. So, like I said before, and I'll say it again, you tell me how cool that is. Hey, remember I said it would be cool if you could do some of those little side roads? Trains, the roads you want to walk towards the dam. Just a couple side roads, not a lot. Yep, so why not? And you're looking at the graphics. taking somebody a lot. That's why I'm not in the rush to see Texas. I'm happy with Coast to Coast. Coast to Coast will satisfy my needs, you know. And as they add more maps on it, SCS, I know they're gonna keep looking better and better and better. So I'm cool. There's no rush here for me. Yes, so in the Thermopolis now. And like this, you got McDonald's. If you didn't have the mods, if I didn't have the mods, that wouldn't be McDonald's. There wouldn't be no Domino's Pizza. There wouldn't be none of those names. Like they call Walmart Walbert.
Go straight
the
on.
Motorcycles you see it from Jazzy Cat. So they have a mod where you can add more trucks with the logos on them. Motorcycles, cars. If I wanted, when I do my government contract, I got government vehicles. That's the only reason why I watch which updates I use. Because if you use the wrong update, like I was telling you before, none of your other stuff will work because they all have to be updated to that SCS update. And it doesn't happen overnight unless they know, and maybe they do, if the modders are getting the word from SCS when their next update's coming out, to give them time to this stuff prepared. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Maybe there's SCS ouch. I think that maybe the way SCS is talking about it. I don't know. All I know is that I wasn't expecting 1.5 to happen this week. But then again, they have 1.5 beta route. So usually there's a beta route. And maybe that's the whole key. Maybe a beta out for 3 months or 3 months or 2 to 3 months. Once that beta's been out for so much, maybe they feel like everybody ain't sent out because, well, y'all guys know you got computers. You put a beta out, and if there's any glitches or whatever, you put it back and send the information back to the person that created the beta.
Go straight on.
Train. Right.
Get ready. Turn left.
And if you haven't noticed, got our flags up. you see what I'm telling you? I gotta stop all that talking. So, what I was telling you is, see that? You can see this clear as day. See that little hump? See that? That's what I was saying about you gotta be careful about. So if you're not careful of that hump, there you go. That's the biggest problem when you have a car, when you drive in the car. You have to do your best, and sometimes, like that one, I didn't even see that one, but rules of the game was, so look, I mean, we told you. Rules of the game is, stay on the sides. That's what. So I gotta cross over somewhere. So today we here. Let's go ahead and check out the garage manager for Thermopolis. See what we got to do with Thermopolis today. And like I said, I didn't have to leave like I was going nowhere. So Thermopolis is, they need drivers. For what? No, not for these. Those are mine. Let's see what the other issue is then. Let's see if any drivers need to be transferred. See what's happening at Thermopolis. And like I said, you don't have to drive there. You can do all this stuff right here from anywhere. We got to get rid of that one. I found that that one has an issue. What I mean by issues is I think that one is no longer royalty free. So I try not to play that one as much. I keep it there because when I'm not gaming, then I want to do it. So let's go back to driver manager real quick. I'm talking about. So you want to see what does the money look like? So Thermopolis, you got guy right here, Derek. Now the question is, do you want to relocate him, or do you want to fire him? Well, let's see what we got. We have some garages that have. Okay, let's remember his name first. Let's remember him. Barak. So let's go this way. Truck manager. Do I have anybody? Do I have any open trucks that I can put Barak at? So no, we have no place where we could put Barak at. Oh, hold up, what is this? In the bin. What kind of, oh no, he can't drive that. Now what I could do is, I got an empty garage. Let me see. I have an empty garage. Empty garage that needs the drivers. I could put a bunch of like it is, like we said before, it's all a game. It's all a game. I said punch it, right? going to tell you, if it seems kind of boring, okay. But if it seems like, this is what you're going to do. You know, this is how you add more time in what you're doing in American Truck Simulator. Or you just get cargoes and you just drive. Cheat code gives you money, and then you just drive. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing, like I said, if that's all you want to do. But if you want to add other stuff in it too, where it's fun, where you're building your own little individual truck company, do it. Who knows? Maybe things may change later on with American Truck Simulator and European Truck Simulator, that these will be some of the other go-tos that they have to add to it. You know, where you become, you know, who knows? The only thing that we do know is that American Truck Simulator will be around for a while. Because, man, of course, in order for SCS to quit what they're doing, they have to say, well, we're no longer going to do maps. Or we're going to do the whole of the United States. After they clear the United States, guess what? They got to do Canada. Guess when they get through, they got to do the Caribbean. Guess when they get through, they got to do Japan, Korea. You know, because those right now are not done yet either. So they got a lot of stuff to touch. So, me, I don't mind doing this today. Today's Friday. If you're here with me, we're going through it. I want you to have a night. You're learning something. You learn how I immerse, how I keep myself occupied. Okay. Once I get through this right here, got my recruiting station over here. I need to hire a driver that I need to put up in the office and go up here. Now I see kind of drivers I got. I look for ones that got some good certifications. These are alright. Nah, I need somebody who look them up. Now she started to look like she might be a good go-getter. Road time. What's the index? There you go. Index help you out. Hazardous cargoes on the top. Long distance driver. High value cargo driver. Just-in-time driver, fuel economy. So we're looking at the young lady. The young lady's already got, Ellie has cargo. She has hazardous duty. She has hazardous cargo at level 1. And she has long distance level 1. Okay. So, cargo, long distance. Forgot what that one was. Fragile cargo. Just in time, and high value cargo, fragile cargo. So, this one's just starting up. Got this too. So what I want to look at, I don't know. Not him yet. So. Saying before, what you got yourself doing? Somewhere you got to be in that mix. Good. Just gotta get this one thing done. Just trying to get this. Just can't figure it out just yet. Thought I had it down pat, but I guess I'm kind of old. So what time we got? Yeah, so this is what we got. Alright, that's cool. Now it's working. So we're on our way to a couple other places. Then after that we're gonna probably go pick up the truck. We're about 2 hours into my stream here. So I wanted to do a little bit of, I'm gonna still continue to talk and do some stuff. But I just want to show you how to do the garage thing. So we went on ahead and transfer some people, and we did. Yeah, oh, we gotta get some trucks. So we gotta figure out where I want to do that at next. Okay, cool. So let's get the casket real quick. That was my plan. Before I lose track, I want to go to casket.
Let's go.
We need to get the casket. we had a boo-boo. Okay, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by boo-boo. When we were updating our signs, all our signs and billboards got updated. Everything got updated. But there was one thing that did not update. Let me make sure I find sign number 4. Was this sign number 6? Is this one active? No, it's not. So it's this one. Okay. So we have to pull this out. Okay. We're going to go back because I think this is what the problem is with the sign, one of our signs. And we'll see if it works with the billboard sign. If it works with the billboard sign, then everything else is good. It's cool. And if you're messing with your mods back on the force, they have to be in a certain order. Or if you add one mod that may bump another mod, then you may have to take one mod out and add another mod in. And that's a lot of stuff a lot of people don't want to do. But if you're working with the fun of it all, you know, if you're just having a good time, you know, this stuff's gonna happen. So what you basically do is just work with the fun of it all. Now what's gonna happen is when we go out here, we'll take a look at the sign. All this is on purpose. Take a look. So there goes that sign. Now if it works right, we're putting this sign in. Right here where it says, no, that wasn't it, I'm sorry. We're putting it on top of so right above, the one that says here, okay, all that good stuff. Right here, it says billboards and companies. You want to make sure that this one right here hopefully that'll work. We'll find out. But you missed a good time last night. Last night was all right. Last night we went from the Americas to the Europe. To Europe in a single stream. That was so cool. And we did it via DHL. So let's go take a look and see if this corrected itself. And sometimes these things are going to happen. So okay, cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Nope, it did not do it. It did not do it. Sad. Well, okay, I know what it has to. No, we're not going to do it. What I have to do is I would have to restart American Truck Simulator to make it happen. The reason why I keep doing this is because that billboard is supposed to be a logo sign. But sometimes you have to go all the way out to come back in for it to work, and we're not going to do that because I don't want to lose you guys. That there is not a big. It's not a game stopper right there. That's not a game stopper.
Time to get the job done.
Let's go ahead.
Turn right.
See if we can crank it up a little bit. Now you're gonna probably come back to me and say, "Nope, I don't have none of the up the beat music because I don't want to get muted." So I found which part was comfortable for me. You got to find your own fun. And I'm trying to follow the rules they send you to. They give you a couple suggestions, royalty free, free. The only thing is that Twitch is a lot more lenient. Facebook will mute so much. YouTube, they like give you one and they just go ahead and just shut off your whole page. But because it's not, it's not anybody's intent to totally break the law, but it's kind of nice to have a little bit of.
Go straight on.
A little bit of music and stuff in the background, certain things, because driving always has to have a music type background. When you're in your car, you still sit in your car without no sound. Oh, Star Wars. But hey, stuff happens. See that as a problem. before we left, she got gas. I don't have enough gas to make it to that gas station. I don't have enough gas. So I have to go back to Rivendell, man. Well, we got a glitch.
Okay.
We gotta figure out
Here we go.
with everything else. Got a piece of this frozen. So hey, I'm sorry, but I have to try to figure this out and come back to you. Hey, it was been a blast. I gotta figure it out, but I'll get back. So we're gonna find my steering wheel sticker. So that's that I can do right now. So I don't like to do this.